Welcome to my philosophical lesson. Interest, this is the main thing. Interest is the mother of attention. So attention comes when you have interest. And when you have attention, you will keep the memory intact in your brains. So the number one thing is interest. Number two, as you have interest, attention intact. And when you have an attention, the memory will be strong. You will not forget ever. So memory is the most important thing when you want to learn something. And to keep your memory strong, you need sleep. As long as you are sleeping, your brains are working to keep the important memory intact and brushing away the redundant, the unnecessary thing. Is something like the sweeper. Every day your maidservant comes and sweep the floor and drives away all the garbage, right? Garbage. So when you have a class, what you should do, you have some words when your teacher is saying something. That is how you can train up your memory, your brains, that this is an important information that you need in future. So interest is the mother of attention, and the attention is the mother of memory. Suppose your younger brother is first in class 1, right? And in class 6 he is also first. So I'm not interested even when your brother is first in class 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in class 5 or 6. What is important is that whether his interest is increasing or decreasing. If it is increasing, this is a good sign. And if it's decreasing, then bad sign. So what's important about your children, about young boys and girls, is that they're keeping the interest even more and more, right? So as long as you stay with your interest, you can improve anything that you want to learn. If you want to learn English, you have to have interest. If you want to learn knowledge, you need interest, right? It's everywhere. So the Maulavis say that money is lost, something is lost, something other is lost, something is lost, and character is lost, everything is lost. But this is not true. Even when you have bad character, you can survive. Even a girl can have a good husband and can have a good family. You cannot guarantee it's because of the character you have lost everything. What is important is interest. If you lose interest, then everything is lost. So interest is the mother of attention, and attention is the mother of memory. All right, and this thing is very important. If you do not sleep properly, then something is going to be wrong. Even in MBBS, I have seen that students keep awake. They don't go to sleep. They take tea and they try their best not to sleep. And what happens? Their memory will not work, right? So what is important is that you take care of sleep. You take care of interest. And if you are unhappy, you cannot sleep well. You cannot have interest. You cannot draw the attention, and you cannot keep the memory, right? So this is vital. This is important for studies. Interest is the main thing. So if you are doing better, it means your interest is increasing. So the general students, what happens to them? They lose their interest because of their parents, because of their teachers. Teachers are not interesting. Classrooms are not interesting. parents are not interesting, then what happens? The students get demoralized, they lose their interest, and subsequently they will not do in their exams. So what happens if you are very good up to SSC, you may be not good in HSC. Even when you are good in HSC, you may not do good in honors. So what's important is that this is the vital time that you practice, that you learn, that you study. So before SSC, if your children do not study well, you don't bother. Just find out how they can have their interest, and they can strengthen, increase their interest. This is all that you need to know. This is something very crucial, very, very important. So interest is what you need and need and need. And if you study well in honors and in masters, no problem, because nobody is going to check how you did in your SSC and in HSC, right? Suppose you're talking about writing. What happens to the primary school teachers? They don't accept mistakes, right? They don't accept mistakes, and that is why they memorize, right? As they don't get good grade, when they make mistakes, they memorize. So the teachers should know that writing will have a lot of mistakes. That doesn't matter. So in class 1 they make, suppose, 200 mistakes, right? Mistakes. And in class 2 maybe 180 mistakes, and in SSC there may be no mistakes. It's all because the teachers do not consider their students' mistakes. Mistakes are important, especially in case of learning a language, learning English. So it's all because students can't write English without mistakes when they have finished their SSC, HSC, even after honors, even after masters. They are making a lot of mistakes because in class 1, teachers did not mark them well because of the mistakes. In class 1, students are supposed to make a lot of mistakes, 200 mistakes. Then automatically after 1 year there may be 150 mistakes. And this is how one day, maybe in class 9, they will have no mistakes. And up to class 9, you have to be careful about this interest. Interest cannot be lost. Anything can be lost and regained, but interest is not much regained. The students are very much bored with class. They, as long as they're in the classroom, as long as they're hearing, listening to their teachers, their parents, they do not have the interest, and that is why they do not have their attention, and that is why they forget. In the first class I told a story, and what happens, the students have forgotten. The next class I tell the same story, they don't remember. But if I tell the same story outside the classroom, the students remember. They even meet me and say, "Hey, sir, I was very happy that you told a very nice joke, a very good story." But the same story I told in the classroom, and they really feel very bored. They don't pay attention. They don't have interest, and their memory is lost when they're sleeping, because while sleeping, memory is defragmented like the computer. So while students are sleeping, if they have had their interest, if they had their attention, the sleep can help retain the memory. This is how the students can be better and better. So the performance in class 1 doesn't much matter. The performance in class 8 may not be matter. Wait for the students so that they grow up with their interest increasing and increasing and increasing. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.